in Nyeri on how innocent Kikuyu youth have been harassed and subsequently arrested by the state. It bothers me that a Kikuyu leader is using state machinery to criminalize the same people who supported him during the 2022 general election. By labeling our innocent youth as members of Mungiki, Mr. Rigathi is not only setting up against the notorious police brutality, but he's also setting up the entire community to extinction.
A very good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you're watching this video from. This is Elijah Gishore. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in case you're new here, tap that subscribe button. But if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me for this other exciting video. Now,
when did the jobless, the hopeless, and the disgruntled hustlers became Mungiki? Kweli, asante ya Punda ni mateke.
That person who is reviving this gang is setting our children to be killed. There is no way this government can allow that gang to threaten our women, to rape our children, to extort money from business people, to sell fear to farmers, and those activities they were doing those years. They beheaded people, they raped young girls, they defiled children, they extorted money from everybody, they captured the matatu industry and controlled it. And the truth of the matter,
let the regime of the day stop and desist from criminalizing innocent Kikuyu youth and embark on addressing the underlying problems of the skyrocketing cost of living. The arrested youth are just victims of circumstances. They are victims of unfulfilled and broken promises by the KK administration. They are hustlers who have been entangled by the high cost of living. Reduce the cost of living. Stop criminalizing Kikuyu youth. Do the honorable thing to reduce the cost of living. On the alleged meeting that was arranged to take place at Nyeri Kabiroini Stadium, we categorically state that there was no such a meeting that had been called or scheduled to take place, as no notice had been issued to the effect either to the members of the public or to the police. The innocent youth who have been arrested are just going about their usual businesses in preparation for their New Year celebration. We urge the police or those who have arrested the innocent youth to release them immediately. We also remind the state that every Kenyan has a guaranteed freedom of association and the inalienable rights to the liberty, and that must be respected at all times. And if the government of the day has suspended these rights and the fundamental freedoms, the citizen should be informed. Finally, if the arrested youth will not be released on bail, bound by the police pending their arraignment in court, we urge the state to observe the 24-hour.
former Mungiki leader Maina Njenga has released a statement about what transpired over the weekend when some of his supporters of some of his boys were arrested by police in Nyeri after the botched meeting that they were to hold at the Kafiroini grounds in Nyeri during the crossover ceremony. Sorry guys, I'm fixing my camera. During the crossover ceremony towards the beginning of the year 2024. So what happened, guys, is that the meeting was supposed to be held just like there were other meetings that have been held previously, like in Kenya and other places. But this time around, the police banned the meetings and the meeting, and it was not possible for him to continue the meeting. In fact, in his admission, he says he had planned to invite Mount Kenya leaders led by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta and also Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, at Kenol, if you watch the videos from the rally previously held, the main conference rally at Kenol, he admitted that he's going to bring together Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta to the same meeting, and so that they agree and they talk as Mount Kenya leaders. But I guess this was the meeting that they were supposed to do that, but it did not materialize. It did not happen. So it has really been trending throughout the day. It has been something that has been trending throughout the day because Maina Njenga claims that there is nothing like Mungiki. That group ended a long time ago. But on the other hand, the government claims that it is there, it is still functional, it is still operational, and they want to revive it, they want to make it more vibrant as the time goes by. So that is the standoff that is being witnessed between him and the government, particularly the deputy president, who is very keen on ensuring that this group does not come back. The resurgence of this group is deterred at its earliest or slightest provocation. Maina Njenga in a statement says that these people have been arrested illegally. They have committed no crime. They are not criminals. They are not members of the sect. And so there was really no need to arrest them. In fact, even clarified that he cancelled the meeting after talking to Uhuru Kenyatta on phone. He talked to him and he cancelled the meeting because there was no way he was going to hold that meeting with all that police presence and all those things that transpired at the arrest of the members and things like that. So guys, do you think that there's really a resurgence or there's an intention to bring back this site? If you look at Twitter today or X account, everybody's talking of how Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to revive Mungiki. And if you remember, there's a time William Ruto, the president, warned Uhuru Kenyatta and said that Uhuru Kenyatta should stop funding Mungiki to bring demos in the city and to derail the government's agenda and things like that. You know, even during demonstrations, the government alleges these are the people who are paid to go and destroy property and commit anarchy and do things like that. And that's why they have really tightened the nose on the demonstrations. Guys, if you remember, there was a time, the first time demonstrations were held, what? Those people destroyed the super highway. Those people removed banners on the road signs, and so many things. There was a lot of catastrophe, including banning of a police vehicle. Imagine guys, banning of a police vehicle, police office and things like that. So it hasn't been easy also on the side of the government trying and containing this group, and also on the side of the opposition trying and drumming up support, because you need supporters, you need followers, you need people to do these things. And this is where now the government feels that if we allow these people to grow, they will reach a level where the government will not be able to contain them. government wants to diminish, we say that even as a tree, it's normally shaped when it's very small. If you want to shape or mold something, you do it when that thing is at its developmental stages, very young, because the moment it grows and becomes very big, it becomes impossible. So that is a trajectory that is being taken to ensure that these acts do not come back again. Maina Njenga has active court cases up to now. He's been arrested and also charged with possession of illegal firearms, possession of, I think, bang, so many other charges. In fact, he's out on bail right now. He still have active court cases, and so people on Twitter were saying that it will be a mistake for this regime to also allow Maina Njenga to continue in the other regimes, because remember, Maina Njenga started his popularity during the days of Mwai Kibaki. That's when he came to the limelight. That's when he was known, and after he converted, he stopped his and denounced Mungiki, stopped that group and all that. The government toned down on him. And once you leave crime, definitely the government has nothing to do with you anyway. But you see, now people on Twitter are arguing that if he's allowed to continue even in this regime, he might be very lethal going forward. Remember, he vied for, I think, like Kipia senator seat, but he did not succeed. And you can even remember during the burial of one of the freedom fighters, I think, I don't know if it's Mukami Kimathi or Ritsu, he actually showed up with Raila Odinga, and the crowd went wild. The moment he was introduced, the crowd went wild. So this is a very influential figure in the society right now, very influential. And also, if you bring in the aspect of the high cost of living, people now seeing the government is like has betrayed them, the promises they were given and all that, there's that feeling of despondency, there's that feeling of the government has left us, we are all by ourselves right now. And so people always want hope, so they want somebody will bring that hope now and rebel against government. Even if you remember when William Ruto was campaigning, he was campaigning against the former regime, saying how the cost of living is high, talking about the atrocities of the former government. And that's how you win the public sympathy, you win the public masses. And so after you win them, now you can be able to convert those people to votes, and that's how you can triumph over your enemies or your political nemesis, people who you're competing against. That's how you're able now to move forward. So that has been the issue, guys. I don't know, what do you think the government should do to Maina Njenga? Do you think Maina Njenga is involved in Mungiki? Do you think Uhuru Kenyatta is actually funding, reviving, resourcing and all, doing all those things to revive this criminal gang? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'll be glad to read your comments and to see what you think also. And what do you think is the lasting solution for all this? Should the government just allow this group to express itself, or should the government arrest them, charge them, try them, jail them? What do you think? What's your take? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. This has been your guy, Elijah Gishoro. Make sure you tap that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you share this video, drop a positive comment, and you also, what else, give this video a thumbs up. In the meantime, thank you so much, adios, and see you on my next video.